I've cheated in a relationship before. I think back in 2022. Yeah. And me, I repeated myself. I got up. I walked to the person. I said, bro. But then there are some men walking this earth that when they start providing, they start to feel that they own you.
Hey, it's a brand new day and it's a brand new episode of Wawulidde Talk Show. My name is Awali Ahmed, aka Easy Money Sniper, and I'm with my colleague, my partner.
Hey, it's Audu Kaiwin Samakula, aka BK now. Since last episode, right? We are here. Wawulidde Talk Show episode number 6.
And we are honored to be having the young and talented Logose Patience with us here today. She's a radio personality at NRG Radio. She's a content creator. She's a host and more. We shall get to know on this episode. You're most welcome, Logose, to Wawulidde Talk Show.
Thank you, but who says I'm young?
You're young. I don't know you're young.
How old are you?
I'm 22.
And what's that? That's being young already, you know.
Guys, like I have what? 28 years? No, 18 years? I don't know, to make 50. How many?
That's too much of them.
28.
28 years.
28 years to make 50.
So you don't love being called young?
Man, I don't know, but young is crazy. So what do you call a 15-year-old?
15. We all young people.
Sweet 16. Sweet 17.
Anyway, you're most welcome to Wawulidde Talk Show.
Thank you so much.
How are you feeling?
Well, interesting. I don't know how I'm feeling. I don't know how to explain how I'm feeling because there's a lot going on in my head right now. Yeah.
We shall get to know.
So you say there's a lot going on in your head. Like, do you mind sharing a little bit? Like a little.
Well, I'm having very difficult conversations with particular people on my phone because lots of things have been happening this semester and this whole week that gave me like reality and insight. Like, you know, that time in your life when you get like a reality check and you're like, man, is this what I want with my life? Is this what I want to do with my life? Yeah, so I'm like having difficult conversations with people type situation. Yeah.
So how do you handle that? Like, how do you go through that?
Well, the only way for you to move through life is by having difficult conversations. If you fail to have them, you will never change. You will never move on in your life. So you rather accept to be uncomfortable for a short period of time than be sad and uncomfortable for a very long period of time.
Before we go any further, have us a little bit of expression about your time with Dexter, because you work out him, right?
Yo way, guys! Oh my god! You know how I woke up. I didn't even know that posted that video. I woke up and the video is in my family group. And first of all, I didn't even know how to explain to my parents. But I told them, guys, to be honest, you can see me. I was interviewing this man. Yeah, I was lit, low key. You know, I was more happy. Like, the guy smelled so good. You know, but like I'm interviewing this guy out of the blue. Like a sack of potatoes up in the air I went. And I actually just had to go with a swing line. Sweet. But yeah, I'm still happy that I'm done. Welcome Dexter Dubs. I got everything. It's a very strong man for a short man, by the way. It's very shocking. Grabs you. Yeah.
But actually, I think you would have done better more than retired dancer on that stage, right?
No, like, guys, don't overestimate me. I don't know what happened. I don't know. It's something I want to research about. I used to dance when I was a kid. Like, people, you can ask people who started with me when I was in O-level. I could dance when I was a kid. I don't know what happened to my body when I grew up. It just said, I'm out. Like, the dancing spirit just said, peace. I'm out. Yeah.
Off you go.
Off it went. And I was like, oh, now what am I left to do? Like, the only thing I can do is talk now, probably. Yeah.
But...
yeah.
So you don't have anything like dancing in you right now? I
can dance if I put my mind back to it. I'm pretty sure I can like dance if I put my mind back to it. But now, it's not like... It's just not like... No, I would not actually... Even though I learn how to dance, I would just be dancing. I do dance in the bathroom, in the bedroom.
But you're dancing alone there.
No, exactly.
I mean like dancing with a crowd.
No, dancing in the bathroom is still dancing. Even though I knew how to dance, I would never stand on a stage to dance.
What's your favorite part about MCing?
I'm not an MC to be particular, but I think if I was to MC or do hosting gigs, I would stick to corporate.
your profile on Instagram says
Yes, MC and host. I would stick to corporate. But I found out that when you say MC and host to people think of bars. You get, so I have to say, like, if I'm to be an MC and a host, I think I would stick to corporate.
Well, like growing up, bro, like we always have like this dream, or all of us have a dream, you know. Was being a radio personality one of your things, or just came from the blue?
Hell no. Not at all.
Really?
It never crossed my mind in my whole entire life.
So what was your dream?
Let me give you back my whole dream. I was a kid, I wanted to be a model. And the good thing is I've always been on the creative side. As a kid, I wanted to be a model. I thought I could be a dancer. Then I thought I could be a singer. Oh, who lied to me? Because you hear me sing. Shaggy. Then I think it was that period of time in my O-level where I love biology. I love everything about the body. I love how the body works. I like everything about the body. But me and chemistry would just never see eye to eye. And also physics. Like, I feel physics is a subject that was put up by people who just don't believe in God, who are trying to find facts, that they were trying to convince themselves that we have to find answers because we don't believe God did this. That's why we have equations that take 5 pages, because even these guys were confused along the way. Anyway, I thought I was going to be a doctor and a pharmacist. When I failed badly and I got 7 and 7 in those final grades in like O-level, and then Mengo, they gave me to do Hague, history, economics, geography. I said, you know what, this could be a sign from God. Let's go with it and move with it. And that's when I began finding out, when teachers would tell me, oh, you'd actually, Logose will know, like Logose is probably going to be a lying. There's a teacher who phoned me doing something wrong one day and said I would make a good politician. It only hit me after 2 weeks what they meant by that. Yeah.
So when does Logose say, I really can't be like a radio personality, or I'll go for radio?
I'd actually just left mental hospital. Legit.
Wow.
Legit. I just left mental hospital. And I'm minding my own business on TikTok. I'm scrolling through and I'm seeing NRG. I'm like, I want to do this. But everyone at home is like, don't do it. You're still very fragile. What if they reject you? And then we have to deal with the pain. I said, I need something to occupy me for now. And yeah, here we are. Right? Crazy.
Very crazy. You really brought that beast mode to the auditions.
You seem very shocked.
Okay, I'm shocked about the facts of mental hospital life.
Check on the happy people in your life. They're the ones who are going through it the most. Trust me.
But people hide it a lot.
Yeah. I mean, would you ever know?
Okay, how did you go through it?
I didn't go through it. I crawled through it. Let's be real. Nobody goes through such a thing easily, by the way. Even the fact that I also didn't believe it for a very long period of time. I ignored the fact of how I used to feel for months and years, and I kept on saying, I'm probably just sad. I just need someone to talk to. But like, it was bad. It was bad.
For the fact that people don't pay attention to some stuff like that, I personally think growing up, the teen age is the most difficult age. Very much. You can be going through something, as you've said, the happiest. They go through it the most. People literally don't take the notice. People are going through this. They never care even to give you that attention. But the fact that you've said you went to a mental hospital blew my mind. Reaching a mental hospital stage must have been big.
Yeah, it was big. Crazy. It was really big. It shocks me too. It was big. I should let me see if I have a picture of what I look like, by the way. I'm pretty sure I have a picture of what I look like. I hope I have a picture of what I used to look like. Let's see. You guys can keep talking as we find this picture. Because I don't the pictures were in the old phone, so I'm
actually shocked because the only mental hospital I know is Mutarika.
No, there are other hospitals that actually give these services. I was at Nakasero Hospital.
Oh.
Yeah, I was at Nakasero Hospital. Chichi.
Okay, so you'd be going there. Is it a school type of thing or?
No, okay. This whole situation began as a whole freaking trick from my mom. My mom and I are pretty close. And from 2019, I began feeling some type of way in 2019, and I'm so self-aware. I'm really body aware, and I would tell my mom, I don't feel okay. I feel there's something wrong with me. and I don't know exactly how to explain what's going on, but they'll just be like, oh, you just bored, you do. So I would always find a new hobby. I'm always finding something to do until it was 20, and I began seeking my own therapists, and I used to pay my own therapy until at some point of time, I'm like, you know what? I can't afford this anymore. Like, I'm not paying 100K like for a session. And I was 18, 19.
Yo.
So I was like, you know what? Along the way, I got different coping mechanisms. But then first year, second semester, I don't know what happened. Like, my life just went berserk. Like, I would reach there in the morning, it's 10 a.m., I can't come out of my bed. Like, I just can't come out of the bed, however much I'm trying to. But I maneuvered to push through. And when I went home, my mom began realizing that this is not my child anymore. Like, people be like, let's go out. I'm like, I don't want to go anywhere. I'm not leaving. I would be in the bed for like 3 days, not showering, not eating, nothing. So one day my mom goes like, oh, I don't feel fine. Let's go to the hospital. And then I began going for therapy. After going for therapy, I overdosed because I used to take medication. I overdosed. And that wasn't a pretty thing. So I had to be admitted because, the room is so quiet.
Wow. We'll be back from that anyway.
Yeah.
We are glad and we thank God that
what I
you really
look like.
went through
Let me
that,
see.
but you're now good.
It's taking so long to load. I have no idea why. But that's what I look like.
Wow. It was really pretty bad. We shall definitely share that. Wow. But the people are really, and when you say that the most happy people are the ones really going through it, that's a fact, because we've been hosted like Sean Dozo. Then he said people that always smile. You know, people that, how are you? Then they just smile. Those are people going through something bad. And by the way, like, I think for a person to really admit that I need help, it is really hard. Really, really hard.
That is true. And that's the beginning of healing, when you admit that, man, things are bad. I need help. Yeah.
Wow. Then we're back to being a radio personality.
Mm-hmm.
So, was it uni or after uni?
During uni, because I'm still even in university. I'm in second year. I'm finishing my second year, second sem right now. I'm going to third year, first sem in 2, 3, 4 months.
So after auditioning, by the way, we also auditioned.
For real?
Wow, we did. We did audition for the business VPs. It was, by the way, a good experience. And by the way, I really feel energy to do something good. Because I feel just writing like a CV or what, you don't get to see someone's potential through that.
That's facts.
But if I just record the video of me singing or doing what I do, I feel by the time you even call me to your office or what, you have seen part of what I can do. So, by the way, going through that hard time and again, like auditioning for the business VPs and being called, how did you feel?
Well, it felt great, but I had to tread lightly, but it felt great. Funny enough, actually, even during the competition, the current partner I had then broke up with me. Like, I was about to enter the first audition, like, I was panicking. I'm texting like, oh my God, I'm panicking. I don't know what to do. For you there, you're panicking. You're crying. I don't think this is going to work out.
but did those people really know what you were going through or what you went through?
This person knew what I was going through. You have no idea. This person knew what I was going through very well.
Because actually, let me tell you this, through that time, we even needed people like liking, reposting your vid. Then someone is coming from the blue, this won't work. Oh my God.
Joke with men. Yeah.
The meme goes like this: fear Ugandan men.
Fear Ugandan men.
Like,
I fear Ugandan men.
That's like same around fear Ugandan women.
That's facts. That's facts.
Like,
everybody,
true that. But real ones are there.
Yeah.
How many hearts have you broken?
How many hearts have I broken? I don't think I've broken any heart. If there's a human being on this earth that says Logose has broken my heart, you definitely deserve that stuff. You definitely deserve that stuff. The people walking this earth that will tell you Logose will never cause harm to you if you did not provoke her. That's just who I am. You provoke me, I will show you. I'm like a tiny snake. I'm minding my own business, bro. And you're now there just poking me with your stick. Just poking me with your... Of course I'm going to bite and leave my poison and kill you.
Okay. That's harsh.
So harsh.
Bro. Okay. Can I ask you something? What defines you like as Logose Patience? You walk into a room full of people,
Mm-hmm.
and everybody's like doing an introduction. People don't know you.
Mm-hmm.
And you're about to introduce yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And you get a question like, who are you?
I am the Logose Patience. And I learned what that statement actually holds. I am who I am. I am me. Not in the good sense, you know, and I hope that's not blasphemy. But one thing that whenever I say I am the Logose Patience, it goes back to say I appreciate every single thing that is in me with the insecurities and the securities. I'm a very confident person. I'm a person who, one thing I know about my mom's daughters, me and my sister, there's just a way when we walk into a room, we're going to be laughing and smiling. Like, I'm going to be doing the most, first of all, I'm awfully loud, even when I don't mean to be loud. Like, even at work, everyone says, you can hear Logose in the building. You're going to hear her laughing from the other side. You're going to hear her say the most random jazz while I'm shouting. And that's just who I am. And also, I like to meet many people. So immediately I walk into a room, I'm not going to sit. I'm going to talk to everyone. Like, hi, what's up? You're good? ABCD. I'm really jumpy. So I feel like when I say I am the Logose Patience, that alone is a character of its own.
Actually, people tend to take that the other way around. People being open and friendly. Okay, like towards us men, you find a character that he'll be like, man, how to get our attention right away, how to keep talking. Like, you give people some other vibe of you, like
I like you or something like that.
Something like that.
Well, which is very true. I know people who today morning someone was telling me that because someone was texting me on Instagram asking me about a bunch of things, and I'm like, hi love. And they're like, oh my god. I'm like, no, relax, bro. It's an endearment that I use. Have you heard my mom and my sister talk? Darling, sweetheart, casually. They throw these words anywhere. And I think I picked that from them. But like, my mom, whenever I tell my mom, Mommy, I was so nice to this guy today and he thinks I like him. And she was like, that guy probably didn't get enough love from home. He's not used to that. He's not used to that. Like, he didn't see enough love. So he's shocked that someone is like, oh my God, hi. Yeah. But it's kind of true. It's kind of true. It's kind of true when someone is not like me. For example, if someone walks up to me and goes like, oh my God, baby girl, how are you? Hi, love. It's normal. I won't be shocked because these are words I hear on a daily basis.
Really?
Walk up to someone. They don't greet at their homes. They don't ask you, how are you? They don't call them baby, love. Just find that babe. Do all those things, my friend. You have a like this. Enables simple psychology.
Okay.
Then I just got to know that it might be hard to impress Logose.
In my what?
It might be hard
To what?
to impress you because I find some people are really taken by those words after being called like love or what. Anyway, away from that, I also don't buy that shit anymore. So, Logose, after like, by the way, because after like the auditions, we had like the next auditions, the 106 people that were called. So, because you also said like, first they never believed in you. So after making it, because by the way, it was really tense, you know, you had to like listen in on radio, like the different shows to see if you've been announced or what, or you waited for the Instagram posts.
Bruh. Me, I posted that video and I went to sleep. I'm not going to lie to you. I literally, I thank God that I learned the art of like, do what you can, leave the rest to the world.
Wow.
Like if you're so cooped up on different things, you're doomed for I don't know, pain or some. So the way I found out was a friend of mine called Romeo actually sent me the poster.
And it had your name.
It had my number.
And
crazy.
How was that feeling?
I screamed. Oh my God. I screamed on top of my lungs. I was so excited. I'm like, oh my God, you guys have no idea. I told people at home. I told everyone. They were like, hey. Yeah, that was it.
Well, you really needed that because after all that bad time.
You know, it's scary. It was still scary. Remember, you're on that edge. Like, you don't know if you actually, because I thought after they call you, that is.
You've made it.
Okay, yo. But there are stages. It's not over. So yeah, no, it was. I was always on the edge.
Anyway, at least you got to make the cut.
Facts.
Yeah, you have to celebrate those small wins anyway.
How did you adapt from? Because you've said you posted a video and you went to sleep. Like, okay, let me first ask you, what was the reaction of the people at your place?
Which place? My home.
Yeah. When they hear that you've made it to the cut,
everyone was happy. I don't think I engage with any family members of mine who are negative.
Really?
I am the believer of I will cut you off even though we are bound by blood.
So how did you adapt, like switching from being from therapy, then adapting to the NRG Radio crew?
My friend, life, you have to adapt. No one is waiting for you. The world is moving each and every single day. If you don't get up on your feet, you're not going to get anywhere.
Right.
You get, like, if you're going to be there and be like, and you're going to use your situation for ABCD, you're not going to get anywhere, for Christ's sake. You have to get up like, oh, I have this on my plate right now. What do we do now?
True. I've seen you do product reviews of some brands.
Yeah.
Do they look you up or you look them up?
Well, it's a two-way road. There are some brands that text me, reach out to me, and other brands that I reach out to.
Really? What brand would you recommend for a girl?
To what, like?
Skin tone?
Skincare?
Yeah.
Well, Ugandan based. I think the thing that I've actually seen that's really good, I think I would go with, there's a really beautiful brand that's called Glam Skin that makes amazing products. I think people would love to check them out. And then after Glam Skin, I think outside countries and things like that, guys, Korean skincare, top tier. Those guys are like in 2080 or something.
Actually, people like Ugandan girls here like struggle with their skins like very much.
Facts.
You can find their faces browner than the other body parts, like two colored way. Like you'll be like, yo, is this the gum or something? Like, man. But girls out there have had recommendations. But we are here. Have you ever lied to get out of a situation? Like,
all the time.
Really?
All the time. I think the one person on earth that's walking on earth that has had the most lies from me is, unfortunately, please don't take offense to this, and I know you're going to use it against me in the nearby future, it's my father. Good Lord, it's my father. If you don't lie to that man, you're not going to get anything out of him. Oh, lie.
Really?
Oh my God.
You can't be just like straight up for like with him and open.
I've tried that. I've tried that. You have to make the situation very dire. I'm dying if you don't do this right now. Yeah.
Okay. That's fine. That's fine by me.
Yeah. But other things, I'm also another firm believer in, I'm going to tell you the truth. What are you going to do? I guarantee you can't beat me up. Like, I guarantee you can't beat me up. Like, Logose, let's say, for example, I've cheated in a relationship. Okay, I've cheated in a relationship before. I think back in 2022. Yeah? And me, I reported myself. I got up. I walked to the person. I said, bro, this happened. And the other person looked at me. And I'm like, I can't lie to you. Like, this will kill me. And I don't want this to happen ever again.
And take it to your grave.
And I really hope, take it to my grave. No, that's someone I wanted something to work out with. I had to be honest and firm. I just said that this happened. I'm sorry this happened. Can we walk through it? I want to walk through this with you. I want to know why I did this. I want to know why I felt like the need to do this. So me, I'm a firm believer of, I guarantee you can't beat me up.
Okay. You talked about loving science. Could you say your love for science? Because I've been seeing vlogs of you talking about skin, of how to take care of your skin. So what influenced you to do all that?
Well, I've grown up seeing my mom basically when I was in Kaboja Primary School, and I don't which school? Kaboja Junior? Which one? The one that's on Kololo, that's Kololo. It's a Kaboja Junior.
Acacia Avenue.
Acacia Avenue. So I even forget. My mom would make the most random juice. She would watch these weird things on NTV that are telling them to ground and blend broccoli juice and add sweetener. And my mom would make you chug that jazz. Like, chug it. You get? But there was a way she developed a new way of saying, like, if you do this, you're going to get stronger bones, you're going to look good, your skin's going to look good, ABCD should give you articles to read. And eventually there's just a way I would see my mom take care of her body. She used to go jogging, she used to take care of her skin, you could see her scrubbing, you could see her make like face masks organically, you could see her. My mom has just genuinely been a person who takes care of her body. So when I saw that, I randomly developed the love of how the human body works and how everything on your body depends on what you actually eat. And I was fascinated by that. So I was like, oh, I don't know more about this. So yeah.
Wow, that's nice. Anyway, talking about how do you like engage with your listeners and how do you keep that content like fresh each and every time you pull up to the radio station?
Research, dedication, and man, ground. I won't lie to you. Like the only way for you to get all these things is by basically researching and being on the ground and actually engaging with people to know what is really going on inside Intel.
That's it.
Yeah.
Facts.
It takes a lion to be courageous, like, because walking up to a person and telling them, man, guys cheated, like, who does that in Uganda?
Funny thing is, like, I could call the person, but I could call the person and be like, do you remember? And they'll be like, oh man, by the way, you move mad. Because we're actually the best of friends right now.
Oh,
best
really?
of friends. But I can never do anything without talking to this person. I'll be like, man, I'm making a very difficult decision in my life. What do you think I should do?
So fast forward, like, you break up, you become best of friends.
It took time. We actually didn't talk for like 1 year. We didn't talk for 1 year. That space and time was needed entirely until we both realized that, look, besides the relationship, we actually had a very great friendship going. Like, this person was so embedded in my family. They knew me so well. They understood me so well, to the extent that I think this person is more like me. Like, I can separate, even though I am at odds with someone, I can separate the current situation and I can be like, this is what we are dealing with right now. What do we do?
How long had you dated?
3 years.
Wow.
Oh, it became more than boyfriend and girlfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was about like was strong. Actually, you get Ugandan girls nowadays. I don't think they have the courage like walking up to you and telling you know what, I cheated and did what. If it's not a text, they just don't tell you. Just keep on going with a relationship like that. Actually, it's your ad like makes you like, man, something don't feel right. I have this, like I've had this somewhere. Is it true? Confronting them and realize it's true. Man, like, why didn't you talk at the first time? Like, and they start giving you funny reasons. I did this, I was scared you're going to do this. Man, you're a good one.
Oh, that's me nowadays. I don't tell people if I've cheated anymore.
After giving
I would not tell anyone I've cheated anymore in my life, because but if the reason as to why I told this person I cheated was because there was utmost loyalty between the two of us. But the past partners I've been with, I kid you not, I would have never told them I cheated because I knew they would do the same thing. So it's like, you get. In these days, we go band for band, tit for tat, bakuba now kuba. Like, we are tired.
That's worrying, man.
Guys, I'm telling
To
you.
people who are in love right now.
My God.
It's like snow falling on top of your head at the moment. Can you just like bring back that old love?
I am in love. Let's start there.
With
Someone.
really?
Yeah. I am really in love, by the way. Let's
Shout
start
out
there.
to him.
I feel some type of way for someone. Deeply. But I will always check this person. I'll be like, please don't do me dirty. Like, me, I'm past these things of texting and being like, let's work this out. We are two adults.
You said you're 22, right?
I'm 22. We're two adults. If you did what you did, you know what you're doing. Me, I just get up and move. We don't waste time anymore. Because I've been in relationships where you beg people like, let's work this out. Let's work this out. Nafuka, let's work this out.
Actually, I don't beg.
You don't beg. My guy, you see me here, hardcore. I've been on my knees before. It's embarrassing. That's why I'm like this nowadays.
Bro. Okay. True Ugandan woman.
I'll keep running away from love because
Why? No, don't do that.
that conversation anyway.
No,
For my
look.
part, Logose, I pray for you. All the best.
Amen. But I guess they break my heart smiling kumanya.
My question will be, like after all the auditions, you get to be announced and you get to be invited to NRG Radio.
Mm-hmm.
But how long have you been at NRG right now?
September, Jason. September. Jason. This is crazy. September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May. April. Oh, it's been crazy.
Yeah.
It's been close to 8 months, guys. Time moves so fast.
Very fast, by the way. So how could you explain? Okay, my bad, by the way. I always like run away from love
No,
conversations.
it's okay. Please do
Don't want to be
you.
part of that.
Yeah.
So how
Who
could
hurt you? Sorry.
Nara,
He was heartbroken.
So how could you say your time at NRG Radio has been?
But hold on. Do you hear the way he's breathing?
I'm hearing like
He's taking a deep breath.
No, I'm just
don't cry. But I think how this guy is disturbing you.
guys. Let's go. Anyway, I was like,
Sorry, my
could
guy.
you be serious?
I'm sorry. No, we are serious, by the way. First, we are most serious.
Okay. Back. How could you explain how has it been so far being at NRG Radio, and who would you say that has really helped you like fit in or
My producer Menelik.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Menelik. Oh, Menelik.
He's always giving you
He's
tips.
going to kill me for having said his name here.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think that's the one person that keeps me in check, like very well. Like, and that will be like, oh, Logose said this wasn't cool. Or we'll show you like, I didn't like what happened today. Could you do something about that? And I like the way he delivers the message, non-judgmental. You can feel it's coming from a place of I want what's best for you. Yeah. And I think that's the one person that every morning, there's sometimes I wake up and I want to do the most outrageous things, and I'll be like, what would Menelik say? Like, what would he feel about what I'm going to do right now? Like, would he feel proud to say that I am one of his radio presenters? Would he feel proud to say that that is my presenter? So yeah, I think it's really Menelik that has helped me like adjust very well.
Definitely. So, how do you keep getting better? What do you always do? Research, look up to other radio presenters. What do you
Better go ground.
Facts, better go ground, man. Better go ground and keep talking to people. You know, as you say, research, listening to other radio stations, seeing what you can do better, seeing how you can improve, and also staying true to yourself. Facts. Because like there's as to why you're a radio presenter is you have to connect with people, so you must stay true to yourself.
Facts.
Let me take you like a few moments back where you said you went to a mental hospital. To a person who is out there, they really can't afford a therapist. They can't afford a mental hospital. Like, what are those few things that you would point out to help them like go through whatever they're going through, like depression, stress, anxiety? Like a few.
Number one, coming from a person who actually still suffers with depression and anxiety, I kid you not, no one is going to help you. It all starts with you. Like it's a decision you make. I saw therapists for close to 3 years. Wow. And until I told myself, Logose, what do you want? Is when I made decisions and started changing my life. When I began cutting people off, like that's one thing. Unfortunately, I'm the advocate of. You get, because like if you do not remove the baggage that is holding you down, the baggage that is causing you pain, how are you going to move forward? You know, so that's the first thing. You need to look within your habits entirely. Like, your habits are what affect how you're going to feel later on. You know, there's however sad, however down, there are mornings. This whole semester has been shaggy for me, for God's sake. Me and mornings are not good friends. For me to make it to the Saturday show, sometimes I don't even sleep.
Energy Saturday Rise.
There's sometimes I don't even sleep. Because I know if I put my head down, waking up. My mom even knows that. There's a time I even judged for my mom for waking me up at 2 a.m. to do something. But the point is, the habits that you have to chase, however down you're feeling, you feel empty, you feel some type of way. People who actually go through depression know exactly what I'm talking about. Like there's an emptiness you feel where you feel like you want to crawl out of your bed and you're unable to. If it means crawling out of your bed, crawl out of the bed, because you achieving that one step in the day, you doing that one activity, crawling out of your bed, walking out of your bed, laying in your bed, actually eating something will release a certain kind of dopamine in your body and help you go through the day. Trust.
True. Okay, that's good. For people who are going through depression, how about those who are heartbroken?
There's so many fish in the sea, my guy. Look, I know heartbreaks. There's some heartbreaks that can actually lead to depression. You know, I know there's some heartbreaks that can lead to depression, but don't let yourself get there. You know, don't let yourself get there. Genuinely, as a person, never let yourself get there. Like if something failed with someone, you sit down, evaluate yourself, find someone to talk to. Don't die with these things. You know, don't reach out to your ex again for closure. We don't want to know.
Not really.
You know.
Anyway, you know, by the way, I think why I might be okay. Like, I always like take stuff serious. By the way, every time. By the way, I really like do joke anyway. By the way, if I'm at work, I'm always serious.
Nice rings.
Thank you. I'm on the podcast, I'm serious. So I think everything in my life, I've always taken it serious, but I've just come to notice people don't take stuff serious. So
life is too good to be serious.
I don't take anything serious.
Really?
I don't take anything. I know I sound like I take things serious.
You do.
But I used to take things serious. But now I'm going to take pictures for you guys and videos of how I would wake up in the morning with a planned day. All the way from Macquarie College. Planned day. Planned everything. I know what I'm going to do. If you don't fit in that schedule, my dear, I'm not seeing you, and that's on period. But then there was a time I said, life's too like
too good to be serious.
Man, it's never that deep.
Really? Anyway, I'll switch up. So listen, what could you say has really motivated you? What you know, by the way, sometimes you get lazy. You know, you have to get to work, like you said. Sometimes you stay awake. So what could you say has been your motivation waking up and keep going?
Fear of poverty.
Definitely.
I fear being broke. My enemies are watching me.
You have enemies.
Everybody got enemies. I got ops. Everyone has enemies, man. But me genuinely, personally, it's a one, fear of poverty, fear of being at the mercy of a man.
Not everybody, by the people hate people that ask every time.
Well, yeah, there's that fear of being at mercy of a man. And hear me out. We love a providing man, okay? But then there are some men walking this earth that when they start providing, they start to feel that they own you. They start doing things like, man, there's just a way they be acting some crazy things, the stories I be hearing. It's detrimental what people go through.
I think if a person who does that, they don't give it wholeheartedly. Because if I give you money and you're my person, if I give you cash and I want you to take care of yourself, that's love. I shouldn't come, again become bossy, I guess.
Exactly, there's that. But then you should know as a man that there are men who go to the extremities of things.
I know, because
I say things like, where would you be without me type situation. I'd be like, I never want to be in that situation in my life. No, I never want to be in a situation in my life. I never want to be in a place in my life where I need something urgently and I can't provide it for myself. And then there you have to start begging. Oh! I can't even breathe. Thinking about it. I can't even breathe.
Actually, I'm a person that is really impressed by. Anyway, I think we are different people. I would love to see my woman come back with like a new hairstyle, But I feel there are some men that every time they see like a woman look good, okay, and it's not their money or their cash, they'll say like insecurity is just popping, Where do you get the money? What all that stuff?
Your mother. Mugambira wo.
Mama wa.
Tata wo. Yagala nnyo kuzeebuuza ebitali mama gezi. Tata wo.
Wow. Then you're fighting.
You fighting?
Yeah.
You ask me a stupid question, I'll give you a stupid answer. Period.
Relationships.
Where did you get the money to do your hair from?
This man with relationships, my guy. But honestly, life is always not about being serious all the time.
Ama.
Yes, actually, we all have those moments where you have to be serious. Like, yo, have serious moments, but it can't be serious 24/7. Like,
I can't do that.
it's not the son to God. You're all human beings. Like,
Man, you've been with me, I think, for how many days? I'm always locked in. I'm always focused.
we're always locked in, but
I'm doing work. If no work, the podcast. If not, I'm at home.
okay,
Yeah, I can't do that.
it's good you're heartbroken. But
Lol.
but anyways, I want to take you back to a few where you said what did actually you made me forget.
Then let the camera
This
come
is the
back.
point where I'm trying to nurture an old woman, like an old man.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever given advice to your parents, like a father, your mother, like you yourself? Your mother comes to you, you go to her, try to give her advice. That's what I'm doing. Like,
I don't think I have a connection like that with my father
Mhm.
to sit down and give him any sort of advice. You know, I don't think we have such. Me and my dad do talk, but it's on a very ground surface level kind of situation. How you're good? Yeah, you're good. What's up? How's school? School's great. How's work? Work's great. Yeah, cool. What you need? Tuition. Cool. You're done. Yeah. Finish. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
so precise.
You get immediately you're done talking. You're hearing boom, 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 boom
Wow.
type situation. But like with my mom, have I given my mom advice? Yeah. Has she taken it? I don't care. She's an adult. You know, she's an adult.
You've done your part.
I've done my part. Just like the way she just gives me advice and I don't listen. I'm an adult. She's done her part.
Do you have a brother?
I have brothers, yes.
Okay, that's where the attention goes to from your father, I think. Because, man, bring a precise person with your dad. Actually, girls are most connected to their fathers. It's amazingly funny how you're connected to your mother.
Me and my mom, 2 peas in a pod. Bestie. I can call my mom and I'll be like, oh my God, you won't believe what just happened to me. And she's going to be like, what happened? I'm going to be like, man, I was standing here and then some guy said some shit. She's like, then what happened? And then I'm going to be like, that guy kind of looks good. She's like, but patience. Anyway, I'll see you at home.
Is she Ugandan?
My mom's very Ugandan.
Your father?
Very Ugandan. And they're both very free people, very Ugandan.
So they both grew up from here.
Yeah.
They must not be from this planet because
people used to call my mom from Jumia. Others like I ordered my mom and then people went and bought their mom from like town or something because
I understand where they get that from because it's like you created your own version of what you want.
So cool.
No, I don't think that's how it is. My parents have other children who they raised. So by the time they got to me and my younger siblings, they know better parenting styles. You get it? That's just one thing. My sister knows a different mom.
Oh.
So, but I'm so glad by the grace of God she adjusted. But my sister knows a different mom. My mom was pretty tough back in the day. But there's a way she saw that talking or doing this to a child is actually not going to make the child better. Child is just going to start doing it and hiding, which we don't want. So me and my mom are pretty open with each other. I remember my mom knows about all my relationships. Every relationship I've been in from all level.
Wow.
She knows. She always says, I'd rather have a child that's talking than a child that's not talking who is dying in pain. You get? No. So I appreciate that about my mom. I really do.
But I don't think she goes by the Bible verse that goes, how does it go?
Spare the road.
Spare the road for their child.
That's the thing that people didn't understand. I don't think God was just talking about beating up your child. I had very interesting punishments, by the way. No TV for a month. This babe once carried the TV into her room and locked it there for like a month. What do you mean? I hated going out of the house when I was a kid to play with kids. Told me, go. And I'll sit on the staircase because I have nowhere to go. So I have nothing to do. So at the back of your mind, if I do this, no TV. If I do this, I'm going to be forced to go outside. If I do this, this is what's going to happen. So there are different kinds of punishments and mechanisms that were used that do not inflict pain on a child, and I think that's the beautiful thing that my cousin taught my mom. He came back from Malaysia sometime and they were having a conversation. I think I was in P5 and he was like, there's no point in beating a child. because every time my mom would beat me, I'll just do the same thing.
The following day.
The same thing. And the things that my mom took away the TV for, I don't do them. But the things that I was beaten for, me, I still do them.
Who's that one person like you would want to host with around NRG? Like, you'd be like, man, if they give me a show with this guy or this babe, yeah, we'll kill it.
Well, it would be Zion.
Zion Kent.
But she took a break.
It's really good.
It would be Zion. Because I don't know, I just feel like I would vibe with Zion for real. But then now, with the people we have around, someone I would want to work with genuinely.
Babas?
Who?
Because you guys just introduced something new. And I've been seeing like Babas coming.
Oh, yeah. And Rick, man. No, man, I know nothing about sports, bro. So we wouldn't see eye to eye.
No, I wouldn't say like sports, but I love the energy Babas he has right now.
That's great. But me, I'm trying to have like, if I'm to work with you, I want to have like a conversation and like vibe. Yes, I would genuinely want to be with Ishak Nsubuga. There's just something about Ishak Nsubuga. There's just something about Ishak Nsubuga. Like, oh,
Big
Ishak.
Well, I think you guys are friends.
We are actually friends.
Because you're one of the people you recommended to have on our podcast sometime.
Yeah, we are actually friends. We're actually
nice.
friends.
Apart from being friends, both of you are loud.
Allowed?
No offense, loud. Like,
No, it's okay. Trust me.
top tier. Like.
I've been called loud my whole entire life. I've never seen it as an insult.
Actually, we had an episode back in 2024 with Shaq, but we finished an hour. Then we kept on like having a very, very deep conversation like for more like 3 hours.
Good guy.
Guy left the venue like at around 9. He came in the evening around 5. But after the hour, we had a conversation like, good man. Like, what's the quote like you go by? What keeps you going? Like, apart from having
The fear of being poor.
Mhm.
What keeps me going? What keeps me going? Man, my mom's love and the effort that she has put in my life. Y'all have no idea. Like, my mom's love and the effort she has put in my life. Oh God, I could talk about that for like ages.
That's nice.
Yeah. That's one thing. I wake up in the morning and I'd be like, man, I think every time, even when people are talking to me, they're like, think about your mom. Because they know. Like think about your mom, bro. Like before you do something like this, think about your mom. Because they know how much she means to me.
Probably give mine a call. Been a while. Man, been a while.
That's crazy.
Y'all are comfortable with that? I can take 3 months without talking to my pops. Like 7 hours without talking to my mom. Actually, if my mom doesn't call me like in a day, at least 3 times, I'll be scared. I'll be worried where she is and what's happening
That's why I asked if your parents were Uganda in the first place.
Bro, it's 10 p.m. My sister is 20, is making 26, and they're like, her phone is buzzing. She's not telling you to come back home. Curfew. No, she's like, are you okay? Where are you? Type situation. And then you'll be like, oh, now I'm going to be a bit late. She's like, okay, the gate is open. Yeah, great, cool.
Okay, that's nice.
So, Logose, being a content creator, because recently I was viewing like Sean Pizzi's Instagram and he posted something like there's a time he had like 9 million views on his TikTok and not even a single coin from TikTok. So what could be your take on that? Because recently is when I got to know that African TikTokers are not paid by TikTok.
Yeah, facts.
And why is that even?
I didn't create the app. The owner said, I think the owner in his mind said, I don't think Africans have anything to bring to the table, yet we are actually the ones who create the most content, the greatest content, but we are Africans. Smart, resilient. We still found ways to earn off TikTok because we have big brand deals. I know so many South Africans who work with brands like Toyota, Red Bull, who work. man, these guys be working with Nike, Coca-Cola. Like we will still find ways, you know, and it's I know there's some Africans who be like, it's not fair that we are not paid. Don't focus on the negative. Find a way to find a solution. The more you focus on the negative is the more you'll never get anywhere. Like, okay, here we have a problem. The problem is that TikTokers in Africa are not paid. Good. Finished. What do we do next? Is there a solution? Is there a loophole? Yeah, use the loophole. Why are you wasting your time thinking about what you cannot change right now? Move on. That's just how the world is. It will always be like that.
It won't be fair.
It will never be fair.
Because I've even seen you work with shearpads for some time.
Yeah. It will never be fair. So if you find ways of actually like being like, oh, loophole, use the loophole. The more you frustrate yourself over things you cannot change, bruh, just wasting your time for none.
That's it.
So, as we wind up,
Definitely.
I want to take a moment of silence to pay respects to our friend Michael Makumbi.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You know him?
Yeah, I've been in his space before he died. I've been in his space. He's a very sweet boy. There's a time I got awfully drunk and the boy drove me home and talked to my mom.
Yeah, he's that kind of person.
He was a very sweet man.
Wow.
We used to train at the same basketball academy. Actually, he was very friendly. No, we haven't been talking that much, but how to pay respects. He passed away earlier on this week, on Monday, right? And we hopefully got the news that day. But rest in peace, bro. So much to come.
Yes.
Yeah, today I don't have a question today for Logose. Just to thank her. Thank you for coming through.
Appreciate you for having
Thank you
me.
for honoring our
Invitation.
podcast.
Thank you for switching your podcast to Saturday.
But talk about it. We had made a program.
Yeah,
sometime.
because of Sunday. Sunday was a not good day for me. Yeah.
Says the one behind the videography.
No, I don't agree with that, definitely.
Now what, the Sunday thing?
He's very flexible on Sunday.
I find Sunday fine anyway.
Guys, we literally have a show on Sunday, 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. We must be at studio by 2 p.m.
Oh, morning time?
When do I rest?
But
Because I have school Monday to Friday, yeah? Saturday I have work and NRG's work, and the time when you guys were whatever, I had show in the morning, then the rugby games. You get, I'm sleeping Saturday morning. They are calling your phone at 12 p.m. You better be at work by 2 p.m.
Well, I even remember, I think before Dexter's concert, that's the time we wanted to have you. And you honestly told me you couldn't come through.
Like Sunday, I was nope.
Then we even have an outreach. I told you about about Shondozo's podcast when we hosted him. So we shall be having an outreach on the 19th of June this year. And by the way, anyone that has anything, be it if you have any clothes or what, anything, we shall be traveling. Because those guys literally have nothing. You know, having like porridge and not even having, it's not even guaranteed that you have like breakfast or lunch. You know? So we shall be having an outreach on the 19th of June this year. You can even be part of Wawulidde and come join us. We go together. So that is it. And by the way, I feel Logose definitely had to be on the podcast because even having you yesterday, like I was talking to Kevin, we had like a guest to come through, but the guest had traveled somewhere. So I texted Mr. Kevin, I told him, good evening, sir, how are you doing? Blah, blah, blah. Then he told me, let me see what I can do because everyone is out, what. Then all of a sudden he says, Logose. And wow. When he said Logose, I was like, wow, yeah, can definitely do something.
It was a perfect day because it was Saturday.
And we have definitely had a conversation. I would love to like watch and hope everyone will love the podcast. I hope you guys pick something from this. And if you're going through something, please admit it, share with someone, you get help because we never know. You might be something very big. You might be the next Ahmed here, the next Logose, the next BK here, maybe even the next Dansoft. So, guys, watch out. We love you all. And today, I also have no questions, but I would just love to thank Kevin, NRG Radio, and I also love Logose for coming through and giving us a wonderful session. We out.
Yeah, it has been episode number 6 with Logose Patience.
Sorry, you just said my name wrong.
Logose Patience.
No, my guy, you said Logose Patience.
She tapped you.
I'm sorry, I have that bad habit.
No, and you guys are always doing it.
Yeah.
I was like, I was listening
Didn't notice
in.
anything like
I was.
No blunder can get past me, Patra.
You guys, I saw. Benji said something like English bundles, and I was dying. I was dying.
at least it wasn't that bad.
No, it wasn't, but it was my name. That's highly
Yeah,
understandable.
yeah.
That's
Patra,
chance,
was it
yeah.
Patra? Patra was saying something.
She was saying something like Karsha, something like
And
that.
I've had-
Karsha.
I said, if I'm to be hosted, I would love to count you
What?
guys.
No, don't say that.
You guys, it's like you just reminded me of that of school. School. Every time you said something, people would be
Oh my
very
God, please.
attentive.
No, see, we'll stop that. We'll stop that.
But no offense, you guys are fun, and I don't know how people do it there. They really choose you guys and you match the energy.
Yeah.
Cause you guys, it's like whenever, if it's your turn to be laughed at, we are laughing at you. And properly.
Oh my God, what did you say? Yeah, nah.
Anyway, I just
He has
love
come
this
out
show.
of his comfort zone.
I'm telling you, he's now mob happy. The whole thing has been mob low like this. He's now mob
Anyways,
I'll
it has
just
been
say
episode
that.
number 6. Your host Abdulkarim Semakula, aka BK, with here.
My name is Awali Ahmed, aka Izimani Sniper. And
Logose Patience. I actually have tons of names. Logose Patience, Hope Precious, Asnat.
Asnat.
wow.
Let me change your contact here.
That's your botanical name?
That's my no, Logose is my botanical
Logose.
name. Yeah.
Other
Where are you
names,
from?
I'm from Butaleja district. I'm a Munyoli from the east.
Oh,
Wow.
Asnat.
Yeah.
Okay, you've had it.
Wow.
Episode number 6. Let's get it.